الله وحده لا شريك له مولا أرسله الله تعالى بالهدى ودين وعلى الدين كله لله أما إن أصدق كتاب الله وإن خير هدي محمد صلى والأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار. All praise is for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and peace and blessings be upon His prophets and messengers, all the prophets and messengers of Allah, from Adam alayhi salam to Nuh alayhi salam to Ibrahim alayhi salam to Musa alayhi salam, Isa alayhi salam, and the last and the final prophet Muhammad salawatullahi wa salamuhu alayhi wa alayhim ajma'in. May the peace and blessing of Allah be upon him and upon all the prophets and messengers, upon their families, upon their followers. I bear witness that there is no God except Allah, and I bear witness that Muhammad salawatullahi wasalamu alayhi is his last and final prophet and messenger. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, and today I have selected two ayat from Surah Al-Tawbah and from Surah Al-Mu'minun. Allah says, وَقُلِ اعْمَلُوا فَسَيَرَ اللَّهُ عَمَلَكُمْ وَرَسُولُهُ وَالْمُؤْمِنُونَ وَسَتُرَدُّونَ إِلَىٰ عَالِمِ الْغَيْبِ وَالشَّهَادَةِ فَيُنَبِّئُكُمْ بِمَا كُنْتُمْ تَعْمَلُونَ. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, يَا أَيُّهَا الرُّسُلُ كُلُوا مِنَ الطَّيِّبَاتِ وَاعْمَلُوا صَالِحًا إِنِّي بِمَا تَعْمَلُونَ عَلِيمٌ وَإِنَّ هَذِهِ أُمَّتُكُمْ أُمَّةً وَاحِدَةً وَأَنَا رَبُّكُمْ فَاتَّقُونَ. In the first ayah from Surah At-Tawbah, Allah says, say, O Prophet, take action. Allah will see your action, as will His messenger and the believers. And then you will be returned to Him who knows what is hidden and what is seen. And He will tell you what you have been doing. And in the second ayah from Surah Al-Mu'minun, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, O messengers, eat good things and do good deeds. I am well aware of what you do. This community of yours is one community, and I am your Lord, so be mindful of me. The topic that I have chosen today is called righteous action and righteous activism. Islam emphasizes action. It's an action-oriented religion. It emphasizes that the believers should be active people and must always do right things and good things. And whatever we do, we should be conscious of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that Allah is watching. And also believers are watching. And of course, everything will be also shown on the Day of Judgment. The Day of Judgment is going to be, and then we will see what we have done, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be the final judge for that. And in Islam, there is no major difference between what is known as the religious work and the social work and the worldly work. All work, as long as it is good, is a religious work. So Islam does not divide the world into secular and sacred, but everything is sacred, everything is important, and everything has to be done in the right way. There is a very beautiful hadith in which the Prophet ﷺ said, Anas ibn Malik radiallahu anhu said that I heard the Prophet ﷺ say this, إن قامت الساعة وبيد أحدكم فسيلة فإن استطاع أن لا يقوم حتى يغرسها فليفعل. The Prophet ﷺ said, if the last hour comes, and some of you have in your hand a plant to plant, do it, because you will receive the reward for that. Now, this hadith has very, very important points about Islam's concept of action. The whole philosophy, the whole perspective of action is given here in a very, very clear way. If you look at this hadith, first of all, the first lesson that we learn from this hadith of the Prophet ﷺ is that you must do. Action is very important. So there is a great value in doing things. So do, be active. Right things you should do. And of course, not all actions are equal. You have to have some priorities. But Rasulullah ﷺ did not say that Qiyamah has come now, give up everything, go to the masjid and just pray. The Prophet ﷺ said that even if you have a plant to go and plant it. If you have in your hand a plant, go ahead and do it. Now planting is a very mundane work. It's a worldly work, but the Prophet ﷺ said, no, do it, because you will receive a reward for that, because it's a good action. So, yes, there are priorities. Islam does not deny the priorities. There are certain things that are fard, certain things that are sunnah, certain things that are mustahab, certain things that are haram, certain things that are makruh, and certain things that are halal. So you have to understand within this perspective, but still, all works, good works are important and should be done. And you should pay attention to your work. The second thing that we learn from this hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, that take advantage of the opportunity. I mean, the moment is, end of the world is coming, but you have some opportunity to do something, to take advantage of the opportunity. Opportunities are there, and there are a number of ahadith that emphasize that. اغتنم خمسا قبل خمس, take advantage of 5 before the 5. You are young, take advantage of that before you get old. You are well-to-do, and take advantage before you may lose. You are healthy, take advantage before you become sick. You are free, you have some free time, take advantage before you become too occupied. And you are alive, to take advantage before you die. So all of these are اغتنم خمسا قبل خمس, take advantage of 5 before the other 5 can happen. So take advantage of the world before the end comes. So whatever good you can do, do it. And the third thing that we learn from this hadith is that sometimes you may not see the result, sometimes you may not see the fruit of your action. Because if you are planting a tree, at that moment, of course, you are not going to see the fruit. And how many people plant the tree and they eat the fruit from that tree? Because it takes a long time, especially if it is a palm tree. It takes a long time. Date tree, it takes a long time. But some people do that, other people benefit from that. So do the work. Sometimes the results are immediate. Sometimes the results may take a long time. Sometimes you may not see the result. But you must do what is good, what is right. There are people who become so much obsessed with the result. Islam is not against that you should be conscious of your result. But there are some people who become so much obsessed by the immediate result that they sometimes they forget what means they are going to use for that. And sometimes they say, ends justify the means, which is a very wrong philosophy. And Islam does not agree with that. In Islam, ends do not justify the means. Actually, the means must be right. And if the means are not right, don't do them. Don't take that action. So these are some of the very, very important points that we learn from this hadith of the Prophet ﷺ. Action, and then at the same time, opportunities, and right action, whether you see the result or not you see the result. There are a number of other very, very important principles that our ulama have given us about the action in Islam. First of all, deeds must be righteous. And the righteous means that there are two sources by which we can learn what is righteous. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us both of these sources through which we know whether something is right or not. The first and foremost, the most important source is which is called naql, that which is transmitted, that is the wahy from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Quran, and what his Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, the Sunnah. So Quran and the Sunnah are called naql, that these are reported, these are transmitted, they are given to us. But the second important source is aql, which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also has given us. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made human beings aqilin, mind. They have to use their mind and they have to use their reason. And both sources should be used. And through these sources we know what is right and how appropriate it is, in what way it is to be done. So right way should be done. And ulama emphasize this point that the Sharia emphasizes maqasid, the objectives. And the maqasid are that you protect your deen, you protect your aql, you protect your life, and you protect your property, and you protect your family. And not only yours, but the family in general, and the life in general, and properties in general, all of these things. So these are the special maqasid. And the great scholar Ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah said, it's not only that, but you have to know khairul khairain wa sharrul sharrain. Very, very beautiful point he said. He said there are sometimes two different good things. Which one is better for you at this time? So you have to select the best out of the two good things. And there may be sometimes two evils, and you see which one is the lesser evil. So it also has to understand that. So which one you should do, which one you should not do, how to avoid, how to do the right things. All of this is a very important point. The second point is the righteous action is not only the religious action in the limited sense of the word. Righteous action is a social action, political action, economic action, moral actions. All actions are there, not just ibadat, but many other things also. And the third thing is that whatever action we take, we must always see this, that the benefits outweigh the